What up, Techies and Gamers? It's your boy Jermaine with Tech Toys and Gaming, and today we're going to look at a budget dynamic microphone that competes with some of your higher end dynamic microphones by Fifine, by Maono, maybe even by Shure. That's right, Shure SM7B, that sort of thing. What is this microphone that I'm referring to? And the microphone I'm referring to is the PM1 FeelWorld Dynamic Cardioid microphone. That's right, this is an awesome 24-bit microphone. Looks awesome anyway. Completely fully metallic heavy metal build, nice RGB feature, as well as being able to control things like monitoring and your gain control. And it is a USB-C as well as XLR connectivity Pro Studio level microphone. Budget Pro Studio in that, well, it's not even breaking the $100 mark. You're looking at it right now. It's right in your face because I have already started using it. And right now what you're listening to is the PC audio USB-C connectivity. I'm quite excited to get into this. I'm always up for a microphone audio upgrade for myself as well as for you out there, techies and gamers. And if you are not looking to break that $100 budget bracket and still sound professional, look professional, then stick around. We're gonna get started. Let's take a look. All right, here we are with the PM1 microphone by FeelWorld, an awesome looking dynamic cardioid microphone. Now let's see what we get in the box. Opening the box, right off the top, you get your base plate wrapped in a nice piece of plastic. Now looking at this base plate, we see that this is heavy. This is a heavy base plate, has a nice cushion foam at the bottom to prevent your microphone from sliding. Right off the top, you have your instructions. Now this will hopefully get you set up with what you need. Yep, instructions in your face. It looks like we got a nice little range there, and on the high ends you're pretty high, so we might get some nice crispy audio. Some specs for all my spec heads wanting to know what this device entails, what it can actually do. Looking closely at the USB-C cable that comes with it, this is in fact USB-C, and it goes to USB-A as well as around about and on the back USB-C. So you have dual function USB-C to USB-C or USB-C to USB-A. So flexibility there. I kind of like that. Sometimes I feel this is a little bit quirky and a little messy, but hey, once it's plugged in, who really goes back to look at this stuff, right? So yeah, you get a cool looking XLR cable included with your microphone. That's quite fantastic actually. So feels a little light here on the metal, but looks a decent length as well. So we're actually going to test it with this XLR. I have my own, but let's see what the quality is like coming out of their provided XLR cable. And last but not least, we have our microphone right here in its full beauty coming out of box. This is what it's going to look like in your face. Straight away, looking at this device, I see that RGB ring there, and I see some symbols there, which is probably for monitoring mic and mute settings, right? And it is cylindrical, but though there is like some flat edges here on the front and back, so it's not completely cylindrical. This has a nice solid metal weight here. I am really liking the weight on this. Little knobs here to make it tight or loose to prevent it from spinning on this U bracket axis, and it gets pretty tight, so you can pretty much keep your microphone pretty stiff on this bracket if you don't want it to be wobbling left and right. There is another small piece that comes in the box, and this looks like this is to mount to the actual base plate for setting up a desktop scenario. You would essentially sit this piece right here at the bottom of your mic, and then you would screw on the base plate to that piece as well. Well, for our purposes, we're going to take this off because we're going to mount it on the boom arm. So on the front here, we have a knob, which appears to be your gain knob. There is a clicking going on with this knob, so this is fantastic that this actually clicks. Now, I will say that it does rotate forever, so I don't know, maybe there's some indicator that lets us know that we are at max volume. Touch sensitive mute button here on the front. So with a touch, you can mute it and you can toggle between your mic and your monitoring settings right here on the front. No clicky button to have to click in. That's already a win for my taste because I really hate those loud clicky buttons. On the back of our device, we have a few ports going on here, not many. Of course, you're going to have your monitoring port so you can monitor live and on the fly. We have our USB-C port to connect to PC. And of course, we have an XLR port. So we want to test both sides to see which sounds good, which sounds better. Nice, spongy, dense feeling windshield here. This is pretty hard, I would say. Metal, great. So you have yourself 100% metal. The only thing I can feel that's plastic are these knobs and this knob on the front. Otherwise, all metal. Oh, and of course, the RGB ring here is plastic. So where does the capsule sit? Oh, wow, that looks like it's all the way up on the front. Makes me wonder what that would be like, what it's going to sound like with plosives and hisses, right? Because that capsule is right there and I can really feel the metal right through the front of this, not that thick on the front. Full contents of the box. You get yourself a nice range of hardware coming with this and accessories. So I kind of appreciate that. All right, so without further ado, let's see what this bad boy sounds like coming out of box. First step is USB-C PC audio. All right, Taking the Gamers, here I am monitoring right now on the fly. So off of first impressions, I like the signature of this microphone audio. It sounds pretty good. I do like that mid-range. That presence boost is definitely there. There is high range, but it's not so high, at least compared to the Maono PD400X. Well, that's a $150 microphone, but this is coming in at a hot $60 for a professional sounding microphone. Now I'm listening to it now and it sounds pretty good and clean in my ears over USB-C, right? So this is what it is over USB-C. There is no software that FeelWorld actually has for changing any kind of equalizer profiles or anything like that with this microphone, but out of box, I like this. This is a nice, sweet sound. This is a direct competitor with, say, the likes of the Fifine AM8 and the Maono PD200X. That's right. We got another one of those microphones in that price range, that bracket, that is a competitor, and I like this sound. The cool thing I like about controlling the audio, this was something I was a little bit confused about because I was wondering, since the knob itself rotates infinitely in any direction, how do you know where your audio level is on your microphone, on your heads, on your mix, right? If you're listening to external monitoring audio as well as your microphone audio, how do you see the level? It's a nice, cool feature here. So this ring actually has multiple functions. So it will tell you what your level of monitoring is leveled at, what your level of microphone gain is at. So right now I have it on gain, and the way you have it set to gain, well, it's set to gain by default, but if you long press it for a couple seconds, the light switches. It's a blue LED on the top. And when you go back to your microphone gain, it is a green color. So blue mic, green monitoring, which is basically monitoring things coming in like your PC audio, because you can get PC audio, game audio, if you're gaming with this microphone, right through this microphone into your headset through the monitoring port. So awesome. Rotating this ring to lower the volume, you will see that it goes off, right? It gradually rotates off to until you're basically in mute mode. And it is the same with monitoring when you switch to monitoring. So I like that. It's a nice visual feature. Another fantastic thing is mute is touch sensitive as well. You just tap to mute and your ring LED turns red. As far as that noise floor, it's somewhat low, and I have my USB-C at max volume right now. And right now, the only thing going in my background are my PC fans which are about, I don't know, 7 feet away from me. And well, it picks it up, but not so much, not as much as the PD400X, which has a ginormous diaphragm. This is good at side, audio rejection from the side. So if I go over to the side like this, testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I like that audio rejection, so that's something else I'm kind of liking and appreciating with this. I will say the pickup is not so big, right? If I step back a little bit, you can see how I start to fade, and I'm a little less than a foot away, maybe 10 inches or so. And that's the audio quality dipping back. I know if I go back even further, then I'm probably just going to get lost altogether. What do plosives sound like with this microphone? So I'm going to try plosives breathing into it as well as plosive in breathing away from it. All right, so here we go. Plosives directly into it. Peter Piper picked a pack of Pepsis, popped them, poured them into a pitcher profusely. Plosives are getting picked up heavily on this. Now let's try it speaking with the mic pointing at the corner of my mouth. Peter Piper picked a pack of Pepsis, popped them, poured them into a pitcher profusely. Why am I popping up like that? Much better when you're speaking away from it, so just be careful when you're speaking directly into a microphone like this. Popping plosives will get picked up. Now granted, I do have the audio way maxed out, so I'm dipping into the yellow, tapping the red a little bit. But let's go ahead and lower that gain a little bit and see what plosive sounds like with a lower gain, right? Now I'm in the green, scathing the yellow, right? Here we go. Peter Piper picked a pack of Pepsis, popped them, and I hear the plosives. All right, so it will pick up plosives, so your best bet is not to talk directly into a microphone like this because your plosives will... Yeah, you hear that? Directing it towards the corner of your mouth is the plosives mitigator profusely. So that's how you kind of just want to work with this microphone particularly anyway. Jumping into hissing, here go the hisses. Caesar ate a salad with Superman in his shorts while swimming in a sauna. Not so bad, actually. Superman ate his salad while swimming in the sauna with Superman in shorts. It's got some significant hissing. Even from here, you can kind of hear those S's hissing a little bit. But if I talk away again with the microphone towards the corner of my mouth, Caesar ate a salad in a sauna with Superman swimming in shorts. Sounds a little better. So the way to go, point this microphone like this towards the corner of your mouth, and you won't get that heavy hissing, and you won't get those profuse plosives. See, you don't get it as much. Using the XLR cable that came with it, I am going to actually connect myself here to the Mono C2 Neo mixer just so that we can see what the audio is like coming out of this little tiny mixer. Here we are over the C2 Neo mixer via XLR that comes in box with the FeelWorld PM1 mic. And this is the audio quality that has amplified the audio tenfold. This is really loud. Now I am at 100%, so it's probably really loud. I may have even lowered the audio in post just to spare you guys out there because I don't want to make that transition from USBC, which is a subdued level of audio, and then blasting your ears out, which jump into XLR. I don't want to jump scare anyone. So, but just know that as I'm speaking through the mixer via XLR, it's going into the red very easily. And I am at a relatively good distance from this. The pickup is really fantastic over XLR. The volume's too loud. Let me lower the gain on this mic. I'm delving into the yellow now, not so much touching the red. And this is the quality. If I get a little bit closer, you can hear that crispness. Let me drop it down just a little bit. Even more. Wow, the gain is serious on this mic. All right, so gain monster, be alert. All right, Tickets to Gamers. So what is my final conclusion on this microphone? For $60, do you get bang for your buck with what you get in this device? I will say yes. Now, with regards to the audio quality, the highs are definitely there. I like those highs. The hissing is a real thing on this microphone. So be sure not to speak directly into your microphone like that, because then you get those heavy hisses. Point these microphones to the corner of your mouth. The hardware build itself, metallic, the shape. This is your standard professional look nowadays anyway. And this little U bracket is kind of nice too. All metal, right? Just a couple of little knobs here that are plastic. So hardcore construction build quality. Who's it for? Gamers, streamers, podcaster, for voice recording, for singing. This goes down as a keeper in my book. I am going to keep this on my channel, right? I'm going to use it because I'm going to do some comparisons with this microphone and the Fifine lineup, right? Well, especially their better microphones like the Fifine AM8. We're going to try that microphone against this and see what that sounds like. The Mono PD200X as well. I wouldn't say that the Mono PD400X, that's a superior microphone to this. It's a superior price too at $150. So yeah, if you like what you see, check the links in the description. All of the devices that I'm using here on this channel are typically in the links. And with that, I will see you in the next video.